Distinguished leaders, colleagues and partners, it is a privilege to address Turkiye's dynamic business community, one that sits at the crossroads of markets, supply chains and opportunity. The outcomes of each COP are only as meaningful as their implementation, and implementation fundamentally is a business challenge and a business opportunity. Today, the private sector sits at the centre of delivery. Companies influence the majority of global emissions, investment flows, and innovation pipelines. This means that business is not just a stakeholder in COP outcomes, it is the engine that will determine whether those outcomes succeed. Volatile fossil fuel markets continue to expose companies to price shocks, supply disruption, and geopolitical instability. For business, this is no longer an environmental imperative. It is a risk management necessity. The clean energy transition is not just a climate issue, it's a business strategy. Investing in renewables, electrification, and energy efficiency reduces exposure to volatile markets. It strengthens resilience, it improves cost predictability, and it enhances competitiveness, particularly as global value chains increasingly prioritize low carbon production and industrial resilience becomes increasingly attached to electrification. Indeed, transitioning to clean energy is one of the most effective ways companies can reduce their exposure to these risks while strengthening long-term resilience. Additionally, we must recognise that a significant share of our emissions is embedded in how we produce, consume and dispose of materials. This is why private sector support for zero waste initiatives is so critical. By advancing circular economy solutions, designing out waste, keeping materials in use, and regenerating natural systems, business can prevent emissions at the source. This is one of the most powerful levers we have. Importantly, this reframes the climate challenge. Waste is no longer just an environmental cost, it becomes an implementation opportunity. An opportunity to innovate, to unlock new business models, to reduce input costs, and to build more efficient, low-carbon value chains. Finally, the challenges we face are interconnected, and so must be our response. COP31 provides a special partnership between Turkey and Australia via both the negotiations and action agenda, and our global compact networks, Turkey and Australia, now have a platform to bring business together with government and civil society, to align around common goals, to share practical solutions, and to move forward as one global voice. Because fragmented effort will not deliver the outcomes we need. What is required is collective action, where businesses are not acting in isolation, but as part of a broader trusted network driving implementation of COP commitments. In closing, the pathway from COP outcomes to real impact runs directly through the private sector, through accelerating clean energy to reduce risk, through advancing zero waste and circular solutions to cut emissions at the source, and through strong partnerships that align business behind a shared vision. We have the capability, the industrial strength, and the strategic position to lead. If we succeed in mobilising these levers together, we will not only drive successful outcomes at COP31, we will build a more resilient, competitive, and sustainable global economy. Thank you.